This is how I like them. Mmm. Mmm. I think I got some in my hair. They're so amazing. Mmm. You gotta try these. They're just plain old chaffles. And I can kind of taste that sour creamy taste because it kind of gives them, again, like a little bit of that sourdough taste. I love them. And just remember, so today I am going to show you how to make a chaffle. If you've never heard of that, I'm sure you probably have if you've been in the keto carnivore space, but it's basically just made out of real ingredients. So it's something you can eat. The one thing that I craved when I started carnivore that I used to eat toast. I love crunchy stuff. I would make toast and just put cold butter on it and just eat it like that. It was so good. And I craved it. It was like a treat. So that is one thing that I have missed on carnivore. So when I started making these chaffles, I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So a chaffle is just eggs and mozzarella cheese. That's it. So you can add stuff to it. You can make dessert chaffles. There's so many varieties of stuff that you could put in chaffles to make them dessert like or whatever. I just try to keep them very plain, like bread, because I just, that's how I enjoy them most. I don't need all the extra stuff and flavors, but I mean, it's endless what you can do with these little things. And you make them in a little, well, I call them a chaffle maker, but it's like a little mini, it's like a dash. So I got this on Amazon. It's a four chaffle dash. I used to use the little bitty one, but it was just, it took too long. So this works perfect. I think it's like $30 on Amazon or something. Anyway, yeah, it's just called Dash. So that's what we're going to use, and it works well using that because it cooks everything on the inside. So you can get them crispy, and you can get them if you would rather have them bigger to use kind of like for buns, hamburger buns. I also use these for carnivore biscuits and gravy. If I make that, which is basically just sausage and heavy whipping cream, a little bit of heavy whipping cream, full fat cream cheese, and then I use these for the breads. I just tear them up. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's actually, I've had people say it's better than their grandmothers. So yeah, that will be coming soon, but this is what I use for that purpose. So let's get cooking. Okay, I went ahead and turned the dash on so it could be heating up. And I'm going to just open, this is a 2-pound bag. When I make these, I like to make a nice big batch because I just stick them in the freezer and pull them out when I need to and just throw them in the, throw a couple in the toaster. I think I can do this, but it never does tear them for me. So I try to make a big batch because I don't have a lot of time to cook, and so that's why. Anyway, so this is 2-pound bag. You could always shred your own if you didn't want, because this does have a little bit of caking agents in it, but it doesn't bother me. So to me, this is, and I don't eat like a ton of the time, so that works for me. So we got that. I just pour it all in, and then I take 4 eggs. Some people don't like the eggy taste of these, so they switch to just using egg whites. So you could either use your egg whites and then save the yolks to make carnivore ice cream, which will be another video I make, or you could buy this at the Walmart or wherever, and they're just egg whites. They're real. There's nothing weird in them. Just egg whites. So that works really well too. So I use 4 whole eggs when I do this much. This recipe is easy. I mean, it's just so forgiving. You could do so much with it. So you could do less eggs if you want. You could just do 1 egg in all this. I just like to have the consistency a little more, you know, you'll see here in just a minute. But I'm going to use 4 eggs. I use all the eggs because I like the fat and I like the protein, and the eggy taste doesn't bother me. I don't really taste it, to be honest. So Anyway, let's get going. I wanted to mention another thing I do sometimes is I'll add full fat sour cream, just a little bit, because it kind of changes the consistency a little bit, gives it a little bit of a sourdough taste. So you could always try that. In fact, I might do it in here just so that you can kind of see, because I just kind of like squeeze it in there. Like I said, this recipe is so forgiving. You can really kind of do whatever you want. Anyway, let's go. All right, so let's get these eggs cracked in here. If I can get them out. Oh my gosh. All right. So we're gonna do one. I know I should be cracking these in a bowl first because, you know, you never know. There might be something in it. Don't see anything. We look good there. 2, 3, and I'm pretty good about not getting shells in there. So, and if I do get a shell, I can usually get it out pretty easily, so I don't overthink it. All right, here's 4. Then you can tell these are, I get these at Walmart, but they're organic free range. Hopefully they're free range. They've got nice golden yolks, which means the omega-3s are higher in these eggs. They're more nutritious than the other eggs that, or they don't feed the chickens good stuff. They don't let them free range. All right, Sarah needed to wash my hands here. I need someone else to help me film. Okay, so then I am gonna go ahead and add a little sour cream to this. You don't have to, but again, just changes the consistency a little bit. So I just kind of did like that. You can kind of see that. You can add more, you can add less, whatever. It does not matter really. All right, and then I just take my fork and just kind of work all this in. Work it in till you get everything mixed in really good. The cheese is all mixed in. Or the egg is all mixed in with the cheese, let's put it that way. And it'll just get, I mean, it's very easy. There's really nothing to it. This is the easiest recipe ever. So when someone complains about, I have to have bread, or I need a peanut butter sandwich or whatever, this works amazing. My husband likes peanut butter and jelly, so I just buy him the healthy peanut butter with just peanuts and salt, and a healthier jelly that's at least just sweetened with good sweeteners that won't hurt your blood sugar. So I don't do that, but I still like making stuff like that, so it's nice to be able to make that for somebody. Anyway, okay, next thing we do, these are just the utensils I'll use later. So all we do here, I'm gonna kind of lift this. Okay, kind of shifted the camera a little bit. Okay, you open that. It's got some leftover natural animal fat in it from last time I used it, and it's fine. Anyway, okay, so I like my chaffles smaller and crispier, and I actually usually make them a little smaller than that. I'll just kind of show you here. So when the ones that I like, because they're so crispy, like kind of like that. Then I'm going to make a thicker one that we could use for a bun. You don't want to really overflow it. You kind of want to just be able to get it, if you are making a full-size one, just keep it level with here. All right. And then I'm going to make me another little bitty one, because again, I like those little bitty tiny ones, and that will spread out a little bit. So you don't really have to do much more than that, okay? So then just put it down, and 4 minutes, whoopsie, sorry. 4 minutes and 30 seconds is what I set the timer for. So I'm gonna go do that right now. Timer. There we go. I just set that on my microwave. All right. So I'm gonna push this back down here. And there we we go. And you'll see a ton of steam coming out. And it will do that the whole time until right at the very end. So we're gonna give it 4 minutes and 30 seconds and I'll check back. Okay, the timer went off. Let's get it out of there. All right, so now we do, all right, lift her up. Perfect, it looks lovely. And see, because of its type of, or the waffle maker type thing, it gets down in there and it really gets it all cooked. So these will have a presentation side and then a non-presentation side, which you'll see here in a minute. So I use this to kind of get it out. I kind of grab between the little things so that I don't scratch. These are the little ones that I like. They get really crunchy. And see how the other side is kind of a presentation side. I know that's kind of sloppy looking, but only because that's how I like them. Let me get you this one out that I would typically use for like a bun if we were having hamburgers. Oopsie, let's try that. Anyway, let me get this off. It kind of spewed over here. Ouch. Hold on here. Oh, that hurt. Okay, so kind of use that for like a bun. It works perfect. Or you can use it just for thicker toast, you know, like if you wanted that. So you can make them any size that works for you. Of course, these thicker ones are not gonna be quite as crispy and crunchy. They still are, but not like this little guy. Oh my gosh, it's so yummy. Anyway, so the more you put in there, the bigger they're gonna be. So obviously, I've even seen people make birthday cakes with this. So yeah, they'll take like 3 of this size here, but they'll make them a little different. They'll put some sweeteners in it, maybe some vanilla or whatever kind of flavoring they want. Whatever, it doesn't, you know, it's really up to them. But anyway, and then they layer it. They make a cream cheese filling, because you can have cream cheese on carnivore, so cream cheese. Then they put a sweetener in it, like erythritol or allulose or something like that, just kind of make a normal cream cheese frosting. And then they frost it in the middle of all 3 layers, and then frost the outside with this, and then use it as a cake. So it works really well. So when you have people in your house that are not carnivore or not as strict as you are, like I can have a bite. Like I'll eat some cream cheese frosting or whatever, because it doesn't bother me, but I don't eat very much. That's the whole thing. But those sweeteners don't bother me. They don't bother my blood sugar. So they're very safe. Anyway, so yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so let's do one more batch. And then, I'm not gonna do this whole batch right now, so I don't bore you to death, but I just wanna make a couple and just show you how simple it is. It's just so simple to make. Oh my gosh. And can be used for so many different types of recipes. Like I said, can't wait to show you my carnivore sausage gravy. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, it is so good and goes so well with these. So these make a great little biscuit that's actually healthy for you and won't hurt you. Yay. Okay, these are going in for 4 minutes and 30 seconds again. All right. So I've got that batch in, and then I probably won't make this whole thing tonight. So I just wanted to show you how to make it. And then when I get done with all these, yeah, I let them cool. Just let them cool on the cooling rack. And I always eat a couple. I've already got my trusty butter laid out because I will eat one while it's hot. And let you hear the crunch of it all. Anyway, but when I get done with all of them, they all get cold. I just put them in a freezer bag and throw them in the freezer, and then just grab a couple out anytime I want some toast or like a little treat, and throw them in the toaster just for a heat up basically, because they're really already cooked. So, you know, you just have to kind of gauge your own toaster, and then put some butter on it, and you have a nice little carnivore treat. So yummy. You will love them. Okay, before I put butter on it, I just wanted you to hear the crunch of it all. The crunch, it's so amazing. Oh my gosh. They're so yummy. They're addictive. They are addictive, and too much cheese is not a great thing. So I keep them froze, and you know, I've learned to deal with my addictions. That's for sure. But yeah, just, oh my gosh. And like I said, I could take a bite in one of the thicker ones. You're not going to hear quite the crunch crunch. This is how I like them. I think I got some in my hair. They're so amazing. You got to try these. They're just plain old chaffles. And I can kind of taste that sour creamy taste, because it kind of gives them, again, like a little bit of that sourdough taste. I love them. And just remember, you don't have to put the full eggs in them if you make them and they're too eggy tasting for you. Just take the yolks out next time. Maybe add an extra white. I had to get a bite with the butter. Crap. Dang, they're so good. I gotta get these done and get them put in the freezer. You gotta try these. We've got some hamburgers made up, and we're gonna use these for little buns. We have mustard, because you know we can eat mustard, and I have a good sugar-free ketchup with good sweeteners that I don't use, but my husband does. Put some cheese on it. You have an amazing, amazing burger. Anyway, enjoy your chaffles. Let me know down in the comments below if you try this recipe, if you like it. Be sure and get you this four deal mini dash, or whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. I bought it. I'm like a 4 waffle dash maker or something like that. Anyway. One thing I wanted to mention, because if you've never made this, you wouldn't know, but the cheese is still kind of like cheesy when you pull it out of here, and it will, so you'll notice that on these smaller ones, but it hardens right up in no time. That's just normal. So that, I just wanted you to know that. All right, again, please let me know down in the comments if you've tried these, if you have some other recipes, and if you've tried them. If you've tried the birthday cake one, that one's pretty cool. I need to make that sometime. But yeah, let me know down in the comments. If you don't mind subscribing or sharing this, if you know somebody else that's doing the carnivore or ketogenic diet and they know nothing about this and they're struggling with needing that crunch. I gotta have that crunch. I need it. Just gives me a little variety, gives me something different. Anyway, enjoy your chaffles. One more thing, if you have people in your house or kids that still want peanut butter and jelly or whatever, these would make great peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I talked to you about that earlier, but this is a jam that I found. So it's got like 4 different flavors you can get. I don't know if you can see it. Good. I did find that in the grocery store, but it's sweetened with stevia and what was it? Erythritol. So it is the natural fruit. So natural fruit sweetened with that, so no sugar except for the fruit sugar. Anyway, it works for people that don't eat like we do, but you just want to still give them the best quality jelly. And then this you can find just about anywhere, but it's the this is Smucker's brand. They have a couple different brands at the grocery store, but organic peanut butter, 2 ingredients, peanuts and salt. So the peanut oil has kind of settled at the top. When you get it, I usually just like turn it upside down for a couple days, and then I stir it. It does not take that long to stir. Use a knife, stir it up real quick, and that's typically the only time you have to stir it, but it's worth it because it does not have any seed oils in it, and most peanut butters have sugar and additional seed oils in it. So this is very clean, perfect for your kids or a spouse that does not eat the way you do. Anyway, so if your kids have friends over, perfect thing to feed them. Anyway, less sugar. They all need less sugar, so